Sis, let's talk about one of the most confusing, frustrating, low-key triggering parts of manifestation: divine timing. Because if you're anything like me, or like most of the women I work with, you've had moments where you're like, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the healing, I'm showing up, I'm aligned, so why isn't it here yet? And when the thing you're manifesting, whether it's the money, the love, the clarity, the breakthrough, takes longer than you expected, your mind starts filling in the gaps. Did I do something wrong? Did I miss a step? Maybe I just wasn't clear enough, or maybe it's just not meant for me. Let's pause right here. Because what if the delay isn't punishment? What if it isn't failure? What if it isn't proof that you're off track? What if the delay is actually the alignment? Today, I want to completely reframe what waiting means and redefine divine timing as divine calibration. Because once you understand the energetics behind timing, you stop doubting yourself and you stop fighting the process that's actually working in your favor. Here's the first thing you need to know, and this is where most people get tripped up. The universe does not operate on your calendar. It doesn't care about your vision board deadline. It doesn't move faster because you're tired of waiting. The universe responds to resonance. Everything in your life, the money, the relationship, the clients, the opportunities, respond not to how badly you want it, but to how stable your frequency is while wanting it, which means your manifestation isn't waiting on time. So when I say it's waiting on coherence, what do I actually mean? Coherence is a measurable physiological state. In science, coherence refers to how synchronized your internal systems are. Your brain, nervous system, heart rhythms, hormones, and emotional responses. When your thoughts, emotions, body, and beliefs are aligned, your nervous system enters a coherent state. That means your heart rhythm becomes more stable. Your brain waves become more organized. Your stress hormones decrease. Your body shifts out of survival and into regulation. This has been studied extensively in neuroscience and psychophysiology, especially in research on heart-brain coherence and nervous system regulation. When you're coherent, your body is literally signaling, I am safe, I can receive, and I can sustain. Your manifestation shows up when your system can hold it, not just call it in. And that's why something hasn't arrived yet. It's not a no. It's not a rejection. It's your field syncing with the version of you who can sustain it. It's about stability. Here's how this showed up in my own life. There was a time in my life when I thought I was ready for massive visibility. I had the message, I had the vision, I had the systems. I was scripting content, affirming expansion, telling myself, I'm ready for more. But here's what I didn't see yet. My nervous system was still in hypervigilance. I wanted growth, but my body was afraid of being seen. I wanted impact, but part of me was still bracing for criticism, judgment, and pressure. So every time I tried to go bigger, something slowed me down. Tech issues, delays, distractions, illnesses. Things not moving at the pace I thought they should. And at first I took that personally until one day it clicked. It wasn't a block. It was my system being prepared to hold what was coming. It was giving me time to build internal safety so that when visibility did come, it didn't crush my nervous system or burn me out. Because what good is your next level if your body can't hold it without spiraling? That's divine timing. That's love disguised as a sacred pause. Sis, hear me when I say this. Delays do not mean the universe is withholding from you. They mean the universe is weaving. Every pause, every detour, Every not yet is your higher self rearranging the chessboard so that what's meant for you arrives with precision, not chaos. Divine timing is frequency choreography. And when you understand that, something shifts in your body. Your shoulders drop. Your breath deepens. Your nervous system exhales. Because you stop fighting what's actually helping you. And your only job in this process is to stay in resonance, to keep choosing thoughts, emotions, and actions that match the version of you who already has what she desires. To regulate your nervous system so you're not sending out panic while asking for peace. To keep your field open instead of collapsing into doubt. To keep showing up as the woman who trusts the unfolding. You don't move the pieces. You don't force the timing. You don't chase the outcome. You hold the frequency while the universe does the arranging. So what's really happening during the waiting period? Let's break it down in a way that makes sense. Energetically, your field is integrating new information. You've released an old vibration, but the new one hasn't fully anchored yet. That integration takes time, not effort. It takes time in this dense 3D world. Emotionally, you're learning to normalize what you've been asking for. Peace, love, ease, abundance. Things that once felt too good are becoming safe to receive. Physically, your brain is rewiring. Every time you choose patience over panic, trust over control, you're building new neural pathways. Your body is learning that good things can arrive without urgency or exhaustion. That waiting period isn't lost time. It's your system catching up to the change. Now let's talk about what not to do here, because this is where most people accidentally begin pushing their manifestations away. Stop micromanaging the how. Stop obsessing over the when. Stop comparing your timeline to someone else's highlight reel. Because the moment you attach your piece to the outcome, your body goes into tension. And tension signals lack. The universe can't deliver what you're gripping. You have to become the version of you who can hold the frequency of, it's already handled, even if I can't see it yet. That's real energetic mastery. Now we're going to do a quick somatic exercise, okay? So you're going to see a spiral on your screen, and I invite you to close your eyes with me for a moment if it feels safe, because this isn't just mental, okay? Take a slow inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 8. Now think of something that feels delayed, something you've been waiting on. Maybe it's that loving relationship you imagine when you're lying in bed at night, the one where you're finally feeling chosen and safe. Or the work that actually excites you when you wake up, not just something you tolerate. The kind of financial ease where you open your bank app without bracing, where bills are paid without panic, where you stop doing mental math in the grocery line and your body finally understands that there's enough. Notice what comes up in your body. Tightness, frustration, sadness, doubt. That sensation isn't wrong. It's your nervous system asking for reassurance. Place your hand on your heart and gently say, it's not delay. It's alignment. Again, it's not delay. It's alignment. feel your body soften, even a little. That softness is regulation. And regulation is what turns waiting into receiving. Because the calmer you stay, the clearer the signal becomes. So just sit and wait in that softness. Now open your eyes. How did that feel? I invite you to comment it below. The field mirrors coherence, not urgency. While it feels like nothing is happening, everything is happening. People are being moved, conversations are unfolding, lessons are landing, doors are quietly unlocking. The field is synchronizing millions of micro details all at once, and you're standing inside the process. That's why divine timing feels slow from the inside and obvious in hindsight. Because when it lands, you'll see why it has to happen exactly this way. The waiting was the initiation, and the version of you who emerges from it is the version who can finally hold the blessing. Now let's anchor this one last time. When it feels like nothing is happening, everything is happening. When it feels like you're being slowed down, you're being set up. When it feels like you're stuck, you're stabilizing. Divine timing is never off. It's just aligning your frequency, your body, and your life. So when it arrives, it stays. So here's your affirmation for this week. I don't need to know how or when. I just trust that it's already unfolding. Write it, speak it, let your body feel it. Because when divine timing feels safe, reality reorganizes fast. If this episode resonated, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I drop new videos weekly. And if you're ready to master your frequency, regulating your nervous system, trusting divine timing, and moving from waiting into magnetizing, join my free masterclass, The 10 Codes of Manifestation, link below. I'll show you how to stabilize your signal so your manifestations stop feeling like someday and start feeling inevitable. Because in the field, sis, there are no delays, only alignment. I'll see you next week.